The chairs and the house. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ogi Baba Station. Today's episode is about reach out to some of the names of people that I'm going to ask to help us to get this project off the ground. All along, I've already identified area where we people of African descendants, or area where we women, or have a stick to the ground. We have a lot of firepower in that area. Like, for example, we know that there are about 2,500 industrialists among women. We are very much aware too that there are lots of us in the United States, for example, who are athletes, musicians, in politics, entrepreneurs. So then when you go back to a place like Nigeria, we have a lot of industrialists in Nigeria. I don't want to mention names of the names, but I have always believed that if those people that I've just talked about now will have the empathy to try and get this little boy here, to the next level, everything is going to be hunky-dory. The reason I say hunky-dory is because I'm going to first of all use this opportunity for you guys to get to know that there are people that have a dream of coming into a Newfoundland like this, America. When they come in, they have not got to the slug of the genetic material wrapped in protein synthesis. They didn't get to the slug of the system. They got the soup. So they got their soup. They quickly ran into the system and try to get to become one of the people of the system, because they are people who quickly shoot, boom, like that. They shot. Okay. At this point in time, let me introduce myself. And the introduction I'm going to make about myself is that I'm glad that I fell into the category of what I first of all described a while ago. I said the people are in the up and upper. And I was there, up and upper, hoping that I could pull it off, but I could not. But my case was a little bit different because I have what you call that attention thing that you will continue to come across in all my video. But then it came to a time when in the past 4 or 5 years ago, I did reach a point where I said, I got to go and get your finished business done over there in motherland. But then I didn't get to the bottom of the totem pole. Now I just got there, And I'm very, very glad that I got to that level, because a lot of people who have crossed to another country, it could be in, it could be out, and being not being specific in terms of having to say it's an American thing. No, you don't get confused. It's not an American thing. It is the fact that people come into a new system, got to fly over and see a lot of big buildings and everything. But until they get to the bottom, what you call the hinterland, and go break bread with those who are sons and daughters of the soil, they never will be able to get anything to the point where they are hovering over the lighted candle. He said, mouths and all the ugly creatures hovering about the lighted candle. Can the candle help it? No, we don't know. We are going to leave it at that. The reason I'm bringing this episode up today is because I feel very strongly that for the cry, the battle cry that I'm hearing from Nigeria, for one. Say, for example, I had a clip yesterday, and the person was talking about the energy system in Nigeria, and he kept referring to the United States having a stable energy. What he did not say was that the electrical system in America is based, or in any part of other parts of the world, are based on nuclear energy. It's one of the cleanest energy there. But all these big boys, big girls are preventing other parts of the world from getting into the bottom to go and have nuclear energy. And I was going to say that too, because 10 to 15 years ago, there was an earthquake in Puerto Rico where the US government had to put almost $5 billion to build what you call the grid system. That same grid system that they were building over there is the same grid system that even in Texas, where I'm currently recording from, there is a bottleneck where if there is weather is incremental, this grid system always fails. So for the energy system in Nigeria, they're going to have to look of how we're going to build the grid system, and the grid system will now be copying from the angle of what I may call a nuclear system that is going to supply the energy. I don't know whether I'm clear enough. So I'm shooting for two angles today. And the two angles I'm shooting from is one, I'm telling that people don't get to the bottom of the system to be able to find out what the people who are members, who are sons and daughters of the soil, the drudgery that they're going through. They don't get, a lot of foreigners don't get there. So I'm going to be crying by telling you that it is never, you're looking into the diaspora to help motherland out. It's a wash. It is a wash. It is a wash. And I want to say that because I know it's a wash. It's a wash because you are not, those people who are in the diaspora can help somebody like Obi, because, for example, in the place where I'm recording right now, I think they were even telling us that one time they said the Supreme Court in Nigeria tested the Obi's case, where Obi was given what you call an honorary citizenship in Texas. And they said it didn't account because it was an honorary, it wasn't what you call a naturalized citizen. Okay, I'm glad I brought that up because I didn't want to be poking fun at my counterparts and my friends out there who were smart enough to move with prudence and precision, and they did move very quickly to the area where they did not want to be caught off guard. But I am glad that the only person that can be able to help those people out in the motherland is going to have to be to go back to the primordial time. And the primordial time is going to be the time when you're going to be addressing that women God that is in my novel. And that's why my novel is being addressed as God to goddesses. And I'm talking to you guys now because I find myself, he said, I found with infinite pleasure the greatest object of my mission, the long-awaited ground zero that I find myself in. And I'm so glad because I am slugging it out. And a lot of the people who are up there, purported to be up there, eating their steak rare, are not able to cross that line of death like Henry Kissinger, Madeleine Albright. Those are two quotes and unquote. They're foreigners. They were not born here. But they were able to cross the line of death. So you are not going to be able to help those people at the motherland because most of us are complaining about the motherland, and the person that's going to be able to help them in motherland should not have a complaint at all. Should not have a complaint at all. Should be able to say, okay, the whole